sexy Kevin Nash. He's still out here doing shit, and you gotta give Grandpa his due, bro. You gotta let this man do his thing. I sent you the clip, and I saw the clip. I saw what he was saying. And before we even get into the actual comments, am I the only one? Like, does he have cognitive issues? Why did he sound like he was talking like off? Like almost, was he high?
He's a wrestler and he's old.
But he was talking just, he was like slurring his words. I don't know. It was coming across a little, I don't know.
A little racist?
Well, looks like there's a lot of people that think that.
Are we shooting him some bail here? Is that what he was high?
No, absolutely not.
It didn't mean to sound racist at all.
First of all, if you're high or drunk, that's when the racist comments come out pure as snow, baby. Like that's when
shit.
When their inhibitions are down and they're just vibing, that's when the
I like that you said vibe, because the cackle that the other, who I'm assuming and could be wrong, was a white dude on the other side of the camera when he made the racist joke. 2 of them, by the way. I don't know if they went over your head. 2 of them back to back. The other guy just had that agreeable racist laugh. It was amazing. It was a great clip. They're gonna get views off of that one for sure.
Oh my god, it's all over the place.
Off of that one, dude.
It's all over the place, and we're just adding our clips to the whole shebang.
Absolutely.
But you did feel, I could tell by your comments now, that this was
This has nothing to do with emotion. I'm just talking facts. Listen, when you
put this in the racist category, these comments.
If you ever hear anyone, white specifically, anyone,
I think I know what you're about to say.
For that matter, refer to a black person and or their behavior as urban, that's a racist shot. Sorry. That I was trying to listen to what he said. The Bojangles thing made me laugh. I didn't know the reference. I saw the video.
That's why I sent you the video.
I would not have been able. First of all, I think I maybe saw that once in my life a long ass time ago. I would not have put it together. And then after I watched it, after being entertained, by the way, because that clip was awesome. After that clip, I'm like,
that man was dancing his ass off.
I said, let me run that back. So let me run the clip back to listen to it again. And then after watching the Bojangles clip and then hearing him again, it's nasty, man. It's nasty. I wish it would have been more urban. So wait a minute. Let me clarify this.
Oh my god!
You don't like that he's. Let me say it a different way. He doesn't like that he's uppity.
Yeah, happy, energetic.
You don't like them uppity Negroes. He wanted more street.
Yeah,
street
he wants more urban. Yeah,
gangster.
This black man is too happy.
Show that those hands work. You know what I mean? Give me.
He can throw a good punch.
Yeah.
You heard the compliments that he could throw a good punch.
I didn't even know if they were fucking compliments. I was so confused. He could throw a good punch, but then did he say some shit about jump kick somebody? And I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah,
was that a punchline? I don't get it.
The gist of what he was trying to say, in his own weird Detroit, Michigan brain, is that he liked the idea that if you watch Javon's work, the way that he sells, the way that he throws his punch, his despite the athleticism, his basics and his fundamentals are very, very good. He actually likes him as a performer. What he is trying to say, and this is what I keep commenting on people's videos, is that I understand what he's trying to say. He just ain't the motherfucker. He just ain't the motherfucker that should be saying this. Because it's just a bad fucking look. Because first of all, I understand what he's trying to say. I don't agree with it, but I understand what he's trying to say because I have heard that exact sentence in the past. When it comes to African American performers, or even if it's just African, just black in general performers that come into the WWE, there is this sense that they are supposed to be angry and intense and intimidating and just an overall just nasty foul mouth just like, for instance, I don't know if anybody remembers, because the other way that goes is that when the New Day got together, they were originally put together. They were very
colorful, very.
No. The colorful and the dancing happened
first started.
When they first were doing, because it was a play on the stereotype. This was on purpose. They played it up like they were going to be like some sort of like church, faith, preacher type characters. I remember when they first got put together. As a matter of fact, even the fans, because they're trained into thinking this way, it was almost like they wanted a new nation of domination, like that kind of faction. So when they started doing like the church videos and like the whole, it was like, it's time for the WWE, and like that kind of tone. And then when they debuted, it was fucking rainbows and unicorns and dildos on their heads, and it was booty flakes and all kinds of shit. People were not fucking expecting that, because it just wasn't the norm. For some reason, there is a fucking reaction amongst certain people when African Americans are just fucking happy. That's it. Javon, if you think about it, if you think about it, Javon's not even playing a character. He's just kind of vibing and being himself. He's a 21-year-old kid, and which he's an adult, but to me, he's a fucking kid. And he's just vibing. He's uber athletic. He's got good size, a little on the skinny side, but he's still tall enough. He's got enough muscle on him. He looks like an athlete. He performs like an athlete. And Kevin is saying all this. He could work. He throws a good punch. The basics are there. He actually liked the fact, and it wasn't a shot to Javon. It was a shot toward a lot of the guys today who use that same flippy high spot style, where it's like he looks at Javon and goes, you don't actually have to do that. You can. You have the ability to, but the way that you work, you don't really need to. You can go back and forth between the two worlds. He said he looks like the kind of guy that can throw hands with you and can jump kick and flip on you and do all that stuff if he wants to. He was actually trying to put him over. The problem is nobody listened to the back end of it because they got lost in the beginning. And it's
I heard the back end of it, and it didn't fucking make sense.
It should have been ignored, because he opened it up with bullshit. Once you say the phrase, he needs to be more urban, what's being deciphered is that you, as an older white man, is basically telling the world you feel like he's not really black enough, that he's too happy, that he's too giggly, he's too kid friendly. That's not going to get over with the way that he could perform. He didn't try to connect it to the way that he does perform. He's saying that if he just straightened up, got a little bit more serious, changed the work around, that he can be tremendous. Which I'm not even ruling that out. He's only 21. That's why I can sit here and say I understand what he tried to say. Because as he gets older and he fills out more and he gets more experience, there's going to be a change in attitude and there's going to be a change in performance. But he's 21 and he's still in the show right now. He just qualified for the Elimination Chamber last night. Everyone's loving this guy. Absolutely no reason to change anything. So I think, as someone who's been in his position before, former main eventer, former world champion, I think he knows that. This was clickbait. There was no other reason to say this, because
it was stupid.
There was no, you were asking for this kind of attention, which I'm not even shocked to hear that he would even, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not a surprise to sit here and go, oh, was Kevin Nash just saying this shit just to get clicks and likes? Probably, yeah.
I don't believe that, though. I don't think they sat in the booth and cooked this up and be like, all right, you're gonna say these words. No,
I don't think it was off his chest. I don't think it was pre-planned. I'm just looking at the video as if you watch the video as he's talking, he's taking a lot of mental breaks. I feel like that's him saying, ooh, if you say that, that might be a problem. But then wait a minute, what happens if it is a problem? And like he's working it out in his head. Because there was a lot of ums, and there was a lot, like he's trying to, how can I softball this without sounding like a racist? And then he proceeded to sound like a racist. Because there was no way to say it. Because it's not your fucking place to say. I don't know.
And even let's remove the racist part, because you said most people didn't make it to the back end. Let's talk about the back end. You kind of went over it a little bit.
Right.
But even that didn't fucking make sense to me. So let's take the racist part completely out and let's take his wrestling take on Javon Evans.
And the wrestling take is go ahead.
And first of all, we both agree he's dead wrong. At least
he's dead wrong.
Yeah. He's dead wrong. He's dead wrong.
He's dead wrong.
First of all, Javon Evans is in one of the safest wrestling companies. One of. I don't know them all, so let me not blanket that. You can confirm if you want, but he's in one of the safest wrestling companies. We talk about this all the time.
Like as far as physicality,
the way the product works, like the things that they won't allow you to do because their intent is to preserve you. Now that's how they operate with the wrestlers. They want to preserve you, which is why a lot of people from AEW don't like the product because they feel like everyone gets soft when they get there.
They feel it's too safe.
Exactly. So you have him with a low bump card in one of the safest places with a lot of fucking charisma. If they can shape him well, he's to the fucking moon. And one of the best things they're doing, this is a great move. You don't get a lot of options like this. We actually just talked about the ages of people that are in wrestling right now, with him being damn near on the bottom, if not like the youngest person right now.
Yeah.
If they can work with him, if he has this charisma, instead of him coming in and trying to give him this gimmick, they're kind of letting him just rock. And I feel like it in the moment, it's working for him. That's what we had this talk with here. I don't mind him looking so green because he is. He's 21. Don't go in there stomping your feet and acting like you're so. You're not that guy. You're who you being right now. And to the last topic about Urban, if I'm not mistaken, you showed me when you were here, you showed me the tape that got him into the business or got him into the WWE, got him recruited. He was kind of acting exactly like the way he was saying that he wished he would do here.
That's because he's from the South. He's from the hood. If he wanted to be more urban, he could be.
At some point, I thought Javon was going to snuff the other guy. Like that's how their energy was against each other. So it's not even a question of like, can he do it? Because he looked great there too. I like this better. This is a better package, and it doesn't look like they're saying. It's not like how he's saying the opposite where he should be. I feel like you might even think they told him don't be, but I don't think they did. I think he's just. I hope for his longevity or whatever, or just as a person, I hope when he got this opportunity in his brain clicked and goes, I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be the stereotype. I'm gonna go in there with good vibes and good energy and perform, and that's what he's doing.
He's already shown glimpses of it. If you look at his NXT time, when he was cutting promos against Oba or against Ricky Saints or against whoever, he was giving you that edge. He was giving you that sass. He was giving you that talk back, where it was just like, especially against Ricky Saints, which you know where the fuck I stand on Ricky Saints. So when Javon Evans gave him the business, I was like, kudos. Because that's one of the things Ricky prides himself on. I don't see it, but he continues to consider himself quite the promo guy. So here's Javon Evans, the ultimate athlete, cutting a better promo than him. So that's when I was just like, oh, this guy is the package. Yeah. If he wanted to be, he could go down that line. That's why I'm saying I'm not ruling that out. What he's asking for is an edgier, a little bit more of a tougher, more intimidating, solid, straight worker, which no. That's not going to work with him right now. Over time, as he develops, he gets his grown man body in, and you want to switch it up.
Even then, I hope he keeps it. But it like I'm a big fan of having something and then not using it. Like being able to do that, you can pull a story. You can drive a story with the ability to do that. To where if he does get into a feud with somebody, he can pull that. All right, enough of this, but still go back to it as long as he keeps playing, keeps building onto it. It can be his enough is enough. Now it's time to get serious type of shit later. But for now, he's rocking. This is a whole different generation of wrestler fans. These younger kids, these fans, they don't really see Urban as like the way Nash sees Urban. You understand?
Yeah, exactly. A lot of these kids don't even know what urban means when he says that.
They don't know that. If anything, that's why I kind of love these kids, man. These kids are growing up different. They don't see that shit, man. They actually kind of see the way he is now.
Yeah.
That's how the change is kind of happening. These kids are kind of like all starting to like blend into we get together a lot better and stuff like that. So it's just this is a dumbass take, man. It is fucking stupid.
From top to bottom. I mean, this is he's a 60-year-old man, and it shows. Because stupid. What he described is not the norm. He even said it himself. He threw that one line out. He goes, I know they're on Netflix. I know we live in a world where we're past what Kevin Nash wants to see on TV. So then what the fuck are you talking about?
What the fuck does that mean? We're in a world where we're past what I want to see. What? Lynchings? Is that what you want to fucking see? God damn. Just fucking say it, dude.
He's trying.
I honestly don't think he was. I'm not trying to call him a racist because I'm not convinced that he is, but everything he said comes off that way.
It's one of those situations where he has enough friends in the industry where you kind of question whether or not he is or he isn't. But in the era and the time that he came up in, there was a lot of people. There was a lot of white guys that were friends with the black wrestlers that still said wild shit, right? Like the shit that people give Hogan, where it's like, well, he wasn't a racist. He hung out with Coco and he hung out with Kamala. He goes, and he called him, and he probably called him an N-word every day of the goddamn friendship. That's because they were friends and together. Didn't mean that those black guys weren't putting up with bullshit.
Like every white guy back in the day had the one black guy who was different than the rest. You know what I mean? You're different than everyone else. I like
you're not like those other ones.
Look at my black friend over here. This is my black friend.
I know. I'm progressive, right? I got a black friend over here. I haven't tried to chain him up once. We're just casual. We bowl together, and he helps me with he shines my shoes on Thursday. It's a great relationship. No, but he's. I understand the criticism. I don't agree with it, and I think it's stupid. But I understand where he's coming from. The problem is that he's not the person who should be saying that. You eliminate a lot of headache if you don't need to say every idea that pops in your head. We have a podcast that we do every week. We're at episode 343. Trust me, I don't say every fucking thing that's in my head. That's insanity.
Joe too long.
Jesus Christ. Well, it's all about being a professional, right? You gotta let them know. You gotta let them know that, Linktree, you go to /AJOUM and check out all the different ideas. And he's just saying, I really do believe this was just based on the footage, thinking about how hard he was thinking about how to respond to the Javon Evans thing, and then what came out of his mouth. I just sit here and I just go, there's no fucking way that he thought to himself.
It's just a bad take.
But it's
all around. The way it was delivered and the content within itself was just all bad.
Wrestling is becoming a lot, to some degree, almost like politics, where in terms of there's so many people that are involved that are like 60 and above that still try to have a hand in everything that's going on. And I'm not saying that your senior citizens and your elderly relatives should be ignored, but they shouldn't have power, and they shouldn't have too much of a goddamn voice about shit. Javon's out here popping the crowd with 6'7", and he's talking about being more urban. I don't think you know what that means anymore.
You don't even know what you're talking about.
You don't have a clue what you're talking about. You're just saying shit at this point.
I'm not saying Javon is the future, but if they keep letting him rock, he is like currently he is a perfect puzzle piece for a generational transition. That's what I'm just trying to say. He is literally that age and a room full of elder stars and a new generation of fans who watch wrestling. He's in the right place at the right time. He is killing it right now. Stay healthy, stay consistent, learn. You shouldn't even be sniffing a belt. Put around them, sure, but don't even sniff a belt. Just get as much experience as you can absorb, brother. You are on your way.
He just needs ring time. That's it. Get the man some ring time. That's it.
Get him in the ring with an Orton to learn him some shit, man. That's it. Teach him stuff.
Oh my God.
Dude.
And
Please.
Orton, my goodness gracious.
Oh my God.
Absolutely.
Imagine how high an RKO is coming out from.
Look at what Miz has done for Carmelo on SmackDown. The Miz has you look at Carmelo and you see an athlete a lot like Javon Evans, but Miz is living proof that it's just there's an adjustment that needs to be made when you go to the WWE. More specifically, when you go to the main roster, there is something that these athletes don't have off rip that they need to experience and see and be coached into. And look at Carmelo now. This guy is cooking on SmackDown right now. And I think, like you just said, with Javon Evans, we need that veteran presence. We need that guy that's going to be in the ring with him, just dragging him through these matches and calling it for him. This is when you're going to do this. This is when, okay, now bouncy, I take the fucking Hurricane Rana, and then you hit me with this, and then here goes an OG cutter. Wait, nope, I got you blocked, and then and then okay, and then it starts to register, and you want to get it to a point where he starts to do that with other people, where he goes, oh no, and then you come this way, and then I'm going to catch you here, boom, yeah, and that's how you learn to be. This is why. No, I'm not going to do it. Never mind. I'm not going to do it. I was about to.
Got baited. You're about to get baited.
I almost did it. But I'm not going to do it. God damn it. I'm not going to do it.
Stay high. Keep the road high. Keep the road high. Stay up.
Because that other place had an opportunity. They had an opportunity, and they did chomp it dirty. So I'm not even going to bother with it. It's just, hey, that's what you signed up for, brother. I'm just going to leave it at that. We'll move on from that. But yeah. So yeah, if you want to put Kevin Nash in that category, that's up to you. I put him in, like I said in the comments a few times, old man yells at cloud. I don't really need to.
Yeah. Right now, he's stupid. Now, if he starts to snowball off this shit and keeps popping them off, then I'm going to put you in a bucket. I'm going to let you have the one in school.
If he continues to have takes like this moving forward, then my thesis was correct. He's doing it for the. He's
and he'll be out of here. He'll be out of here. He'll be doing great. He'll be doing fantastic on the views. But
click this, get it?
If that's how you want to do it, then that's fine.